When John Wick was mourning the death of his beloved wife when a mobster stole his car and killed his puppy, all hell broke loose. In this movie, Wick was not the social type, and this made people that didn't know him to underestimate him. We can relate Wick's personality to that of the Sigma male. It would be the wrong mentality to think that because Sigma males are quiet and often alone, they can be manipulated or controlled. Also, most people think that because a Sigma male doesn't associate with people in the public and doesn't have people around them, just like an alpha male, then they are weak and can be easily manipulated. However, the truth is that the Sigma male is an unspoken competitor for the almighty alpha male, which makes them the most dangerous breed of male. Today, we will be talking about different reasons why Sigma males are the most dangerous breed of males, and why you should not mess with them. They are great observers. If any country is at war, and they require every man in the country to be at the battlefront, the Sigma male will most likely be the one to map out a strategy to fight against their enemies because of their great observing skills. Sigma males everywhere tend to pay close attention to the advantages and disadvantages of their relationships with people, and this is based on their observations. And no one comes into the life of Sigma males without their proper observation of that individual. If a Sigma male enters a room and he is quiet, then he is most likely using his observing skills to get every detail needed about the room and the person who is there. They say more than they know. Sigma males are very intelligent and psychologically inclined. These skills help them observe every situation critically and draw numerous conclusions on anything they are doing before approaching it. If a Sigma male is in a discussion room, he would have carried out several assignments, making necessary research on the topic to be discussed before getting to the room of discussion. However, he will say little of the numerous things he has acquired. This is because he also wants to learn more about the things he already knows without letting people know what he has learned. Also, he doesn't like being in the spotlight and knows giving out much information will bring him to the spotlight, so he'd rather keep quiet than be the one saying more than every other person. They usually know more than everyone else in the room about every subject, even if they appear to be the most inept. They have good judgment of character. Sigma males are good judges of character. This is attributed to their great observation skills and their intellect. You will hardly see them around every single person because the few close to them have been judged as good people. Sigma males care about themselves and will not allow anyone to deprive them of their goals. Therefore, they scrutinize people vividly and determine if the person's character is acceptable to them. Based on the analysis, it can be said that Sigma males have the highest sense of judgment of character. Before you can mess with a Sigma male, he would have sensed your motive based on his observation, and you might probably be playing into his hands if you take an action against him. They are rational beings. In a situation where everybody is having a discussion, and through that discussion, a Sigma male is offended, before responding, he will think within himself about the best response to give, and his response mostly will not be based on his emotions but logic and rational thinking. Sigma males are rational thinkers and approach life not with their emotions, because they know that emotions can cloud the judgment of an individual, and they also understand that emotions tend to bring about mistakes, but being logical and rational makes them see through the intentions of the other person. They don't interpret words based on emotions, but they interpret words based on intentions. They tend to see through camouflage in every situation because they are rational beings. They are great manipulators. Because of Sigma males' intelligence, they use their psychological intelligence to understand human behavior. With their great observation skills and their psychological intelligence, they can easily manipulate anyone without the person knowing they are being manipulated. At times, the victim may think he is the one manipulating the Sigma male. However, it is the other way around. Sigma male knows what to say and knows how to make you believe he is ignorant, and this will make you think you are the one playing him. However, in the real sense, he is only using that to get what he wants from you. A typical example is talking with a Sigma male. He will withhold information from you while he keeps making you spill out all the information you have. You will think it is because you know more than him, but he is only sounding ignorant to learn more from you. They don't forget anything. Sigma males are not only intelligent, but they also have a great retentive memory. They hardly ever forget things and always keep every piece of information because they know all the information might be useful in the future. If a Sigma male is offended and does not react immediately, he will probably save the situation in his brain to know all about the kind of person he is dealing with. This will determine the way he will relate to the individual in the future. If he notices the person is not trustworthy, he will probably stop having a project with the individual. When offended in a relationship, because it is difficult for them to find true love, they also find it difficult to let go. Due to their great observational skills, they remember everything they have observed and properly document it for future reference. They always bounce back. Sigma males are incredibly resilient. They do not know how to stay defeated when they encounter defeat in any situation. The only way they can give up on anything is for it to no longer be in existence. If they fail at anything they are doing, it might look like they have given up when they excuse themselves to be alone, but they have only gone to look for a better strategy to make sure they win. If you have successfully manipulated a Sigma male and you are celebrating, you are making a big mistake because you are about to be outsmarted when he comes back. He has already studied you and knows your strengths and weaknesses. He will be coming back with a better strategy, which will make you regret being on his bad record in the first instance. They are determined and always get what they want. For Sigma males, there is nothing called no. Once they set their mind to getting something, they will get it. Sigma males are great planners and always know how to make plans to go for whatever they want. Even if their goal is the most difficult, as long as it is realistic, theirs is to achieve it. You dare not say you want to mess with someone like that unless you want them to strategically make plans against you. If a Sigma male is after something, and you decide to mess with him to get it, he will step back and go to the drawing board. He will factor you into the challenges ahead and look for solutions to all barriers facing him. Once they see a working strategy, they will put it into action and might end up manipulating you to do what you have vouched not to do. Losing is never an option for them, and they might be the strongest opponent you will ever face if you dare to face them. Their argument is with facts. Sigma males are hardly found arguing because they would rather not let people know that they have enough information about a subject matter, so they tend to hide that side of themselves. But in some circumstances that warrant them speaking out and getting an argument, they will only argue with the proper facts that will easily render their opponent incompetent. When in an argument, they do it with ease by asking the individual a surprising question that the individual might not be able to answer to, or they will state a fact in the argument that the person might not have an idea about. You have no idea about the lone wolf if you believe that because a Sigma male is quiet, he will be easy prey when it comes to the exchange of words. Only a very intelligent individual can stand to argue with a Sigma male. They are the best at all they do. If a Sigma male is involved in anything, they strive to be the best. They might not show society that they are the best, but they always want to be sure they get to the apex of all their skills. This means if a Sigma male is involved in theft, he will probably be the best. If a Sigma male is interested in murder, he will probably be the best at it. This is why they are difficult to mess with, because they are hardly associated with society, and you don't know the type of male you are dealing with. Now that you are familiar with the reasons you should never mess with a Sigma male, you might want to know the 9 things Sigma males want to hear from women, or the 9 reasons why you should never mess with a Sigma male. Follow us to find out more about Sigma male. See you in the next video.